I got the picture. I'm get the picture together, family. Let me go and put on Daily Toaster shirt, right? So great Ujima. I want to wish everybody. I want to thank all those that participated in the show last night. Oh man, it was outstanding. I want to apologize to you too because the battery ran out on me. So, you know what do you do? What do you do in those type of situations? So, I want to be sure to welcome you to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of a Swimmer production, and this is the Daily Toast, where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Take some out. So let's get it. What's this? Got calls last night. Let's get it. The hell? Mr. D.
Mr. Daddy.
Drink your water. See, I'm not swimming with water, guys. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath. Drink. Drink. Now lift your glass and drink your water. What's up, Kwame? Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass. Drink. Hey. Drink some water. Now move your body, drink some water. Now move your body, drink some water. Now move your body. Drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ass up. Now raise your glass and toast your ass up. Now raise your glass and toast your ass up. Now raise your glass. Drink. Now lift your glass. Lift your glass and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. glasses. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass. Here we go. All right, great day to each and every last one of y'all, family. I want to say, great Ujima. Family, we are moving closer and closer and closer. We are tracking down Kaumba, moving slowly to May 19th so that we can have this day of celebration, this day of unity, this day of collective work and responsibility, this day of self-determination, this day of cooperative economics, this day of NIA, this day that we celebrating on Malcolm X, May 19th, 12 p.m. We'll be starting on the top of the hill in the back of the school with the drum call. We're going to call in the ancestors starting off, right? Of course, we're going to get up and we're going to do our toast before we even out there, right? But anyway, we're going to have the drum call and it's going to be going down and I can't, well, yes, I can't wait. Because, you know, one of the things I learned in my life for things that I couldn't wait for, that if I couldn't wait for them and I was excited, they went fast. So I'm going to wait for this one, right? Because I want the day to move, and I know it's going to be long and powerful, and I'm going to run into people that I usually wouldn't run into. That's going to be a good thing. But family, we are on Ujima today, collective work and responsibility. The demonic principle is righteousness. The M7 is respect. The color is blue. Vibration is the Hermetic law. If you were male and you were born on this day, the day name is Kwaku. Female, Akua. Right? So shouts out to all those Kwakus and Akuas out there. If we look at the emotional emancipation circle, which, as a matter of fact, we will be having a class, the first starting class up there. I think it's gonna be like 1 to 3 or something like this. It's gonna be popping off. I'm not gonna be able to stay. I'm pop in and out, but y'all know how it is, right? So we got the African Center Cultural Virtue Value System, emotional emancipation circles. We are in Wolof. The word of the day is Yar, which is politeness and respect, particularly towards your elders. Akan ethics, obedience and respect. And for traditional Yoruba, Uluti, teachability. Alright, so we got those. Alright, so you know this is the original ancestor handbook, the letter bound. We're going to rock with this one I got from the school for as long as we possibly can. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this one. Alright, so we go and we pull up our ancestor list. But last night we had a marvelous discussion. At least I thought it was. We had a good discussion about the folk tale. Let me read that one for you. It's real short. The 2 bags. Every man and woman, according to ancient legend, is born into the world with 2 bags suspended from his or her neck. All bag in front full of his one bag, the one in front is full of all of his neighbor's faults. And a large bag behind filled with his own faults. Hence, it is that men are quick to see the faults of others and yet often blind to their own failings. We had a nice conversation around that. Wow. I'm looking forward to Ujima, the next conversation that we're going to have on the folk tales. On tribal quotes. Uh-oh. Miss Brantley is in the house. How you doing? All right, family. So here we go. about the toast. Um, it was something I wanted to say about Ujima. It was something I wanted to say about Ujima. You know, I've been kind of lacking on jumping in the mornings at this point in time, because of the planning and the energy that I'm putting forward with this Malcolm X, because I have a group of individuals where it's like we moving into principles now. So I'm in the midst, right? And it's a beautiful thing when you find a team and stuff is working. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. And I pray that everybody get to experience that type of success, that type of teamwork. And one of the key pieces that when we start talking about Ujima, right? Because family, I want us to come about this fantasy stage where we all got to get along. We grown folks, right? We don't always have to get along. You know, there's going to be disagreements. There's going to be fallouts. There's going to be. We don't all have to get along. You understand what I'm saying? We don't all have to get along. All we have to be clear on is that we got an enemy on our back, and we have to work to get them off. And we break off into our bands, into our packs, into our prides, into our tribes, and we work to get these people's foot off our neck. It's like the wolf is at the door and we're arguing and shit, rather than getting the weapons and getting the shit together so that we could kill this goddamn wolf, right? We think that Umoja and that Afrocentric and these values, Mayat and all this shit is all about us just agreeing. No, we need opposing forces. Sometimes we even need to argue so that our enemy is confused sometimes. We don't need to get caught up in the confusion though. We need to be clear because we need to be able to fall out and understand that even though me and you don't get along, this motherfucker that's trying to kill our children, these individuals out here trying to take advantage of our community, these individuals coming in selling trash in our community, these individuals coming in and disrespecting our community, these motherfuckers are the enemy. Me and you, we could beef after we settle it with them. And or we could beef right now. But we still got to get the work done. Miss CeeLo say about to get these three. Get them 3 miles in, girl. Alright, but I'm just saying, family. I just like to get up out of the illusion. You know what I'm saying? The illusion. You know what I'm saying? Many of us would rather be comfortable than free. Let me let me do that again. Many of us would rather be comfortable than free, right? Because you know there's a certain amount of discomfort that comes with freedom. There's a certain amount. I mean, I want y'all to think about this. Um, uh, I don't know if y'all know Mayat Troop on Harmony Law, Morality, and Justice. Um, Let me say this to you. In politics, world politics, yesterday or the day before yesterday was the day that um, our boy the Great Pumpkin um, made. We have to be, and we have to. But see, that's the issue. We all, for some reason, we all believe that there's one way to the truth. Now, we can say there's one truth, but we can't say that there's one way to the truth. And that we can't say that we all got to march to the same drummer to the truth. The problem is we got all these individuals, right, with all these ideas, right, moving in their own direction, in their own way to truth, and we're falling out about how to get to the damn truth rather than struggling together to get to the truth. I'm going to allow you to get to the truth the way you and your tribe to get there the way you need to get there. I'm going to get there the way I need to get there. Somebody else going to get there the way they need to get there. What we need to be focusing on is the truth. And the truth of the matter is that we are at war. And in war, you hit many different angles. In business, you hit many different angles. You have different departments so that you can maximize your force. Everybody all we got to do is understand who the enemy is and have trust in the fact that, hey, they want to get them just as bad as I do. And let them move. Yeah, mistakes is going to happen. But that's the way of it. I can't remember what I was about to hit on right before that, man. Oh, that the borders, the Great Pumpkin allowed Israel to declare Jerusalem as the capital. And in protest, the Palestinians are trying to rush a fence or something. And the Israelis is shooting Palestinians as they approach the fence. You know what I'm saying? If you cross one fence, they might get you in the leg. You got snipers out there, and they literally just popping these. They popping them. Right? They popping them. So you getting shattered legs, and if you make it past a certain point, they will kill you. Right? And the piece that I need us to realize is the extent that a people will go to defend what's theirs, even if they stole that shit. I just had to throw that one in. I just want that in. The extent that these people that we're dealing with will go to defend what they believe is theirs. Now, family, I want you to imagine yourself being in a position where you have a border and somebody that you believe, that you have been taught your whole life is trying to cross that border that is not supposed to be crossing that border at that point in time. Would you be willing to squeeze the trigger? Not saying that they're right or wrong. Just think about that. Shouts out to Miss Amatu. I see you out there. You know. So I'm not trying to get into that whole argument now because I do want y'all to know. I mean, y'all need to keep your eyes on this Middle East situation. I ain't gonna say that because a lot of stuff is diversion now. But a lot of stuff is going down in the middle, what they call the Middle East. And it's sort of like the Great Pumpkin is kind of turning his back on it a little bit, causing shit to pop off. He canceling a treaty with Iran. He declares Jerusalem sort of like he making this a hotspot, but then he focusing on massaging the relationship with Asia. I mean, I want y'all to notice that. So a lot of the focus, as far as the positive focus, has been in Asia, right? And it's sort of like he's starting shit in what would be called the Middle East, in the Arab world, right? I want y'all to check that out, right? But that's just my take on that. But we need to drink this water. Let me drink this water. Hey, be safe out there, Miss CeeLo. Hold on, family. We got this.
I am a Gye-Nyame man. I was born for greatness. My greatness comes from my floating center. I pledge to find and connect with my center. I pledge to build my spirit, mind, and body. I pledge to use my hands to build a better world for myself, my loved ones, and my community. I pledge to use my mind to think deeper, further, and higher to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life and go beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge pledge to connect the principles of the Gye-Nyame Warrior to assist all those seeking the path of success. I pledge all these things first to myself, to teachers, to all my relations, and to my higher power. I am Gye-Nyame. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. That is the Gye-Nyame pledge that is said by all of our true members at least once a day. Peace and welcome to our YouTube channel. Check out our videos and podcasts. Subscribe as well as join the journey. Push past your self-imposed limitations within the Gye-Nyame journey. Peace.
All right, family, it's time for us to do this toast. Let's get it. Oh. Hey, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Is my tea in this refrigerator?
I think so, yeah.
Give me that tea, please.
Yes, sir.
I hate when my tea is in the refrigerator.
Either that or it's on the kitchen counter.
It's on the kitchen counter?
Yeah.
Good.
Kitchen counter.
He was over there asleep. He was over there asleep. You can hear it in his voice. He was over there asleep. All right. We got the green tea until we back up into production mode, family. But I Tim is falling off. But I ain't falling too far. All right, here we go. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute. We salute our ancestors. My fault, we salute the Creator. But whatever name you choose to call it Creator. We call it great forces to the room. And we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to our list of ancestors. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Tech, Sandra Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, George and William Walton, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tapman, John Fallard, Montague Pittman Nam, Normal X, Pat Meyer, Rob Malika Procure, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brockro, Actor Jr., Jay Edwards, Carla Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luxor brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rendelman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Carolyn D. Russell, Susan B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Bell, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keishla Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore, Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolin, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, N.C. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, Jane Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinell, Erlo Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Delma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frankie Russell Davis, Fred Douglass Triggs II, Peter Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. DeFriedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Ray Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pena Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irving, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr. Shouts out to Missouri Mosley, Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, Georgia Haley Johnson, Archie, and Margaret Armstead, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christian Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Melly Miller, Halsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Sanders. Huh? I gotta correct that spelling. I'm sorry. There we go. Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford, Dawson Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanessa Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Stratton, Joe Gimmel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bet Vaughn. We lift up our glass to all of our ancestors. If anybody got somebody want to add to the list, post it up or hit me up at 614-300-1875 because we toast every day, right? And just text ancestor. I send you the list, or you can just text your ancestor's name over the page after we start over the text message after we start communicating. So we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on to the present moment, right? We salute this present moment. We already talked about it. Activate those reticular formations. Take some time. Find some Ujima in your life, right? Find some Ujima in your life. Find it all around you, right? We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, we move to our future, our futures, our children's future, on to infinity, right? So we salute those children. We toast them now. We take the time to do what's right now. We take the time to get the work done right now because everything we do affects them. So we salute them right now in advance, right? So that one day they will have the foresight and the insight to toast us. And we say Ashe. From there, we salute all of our relations. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. Last but not least, family, last but not least, I salute the most powerful thing in the room, you. Sister Amatu says, John Dewey and Ruth Beard. Fourth day, no mention of my what? Hold on. Ms. Amatu, that is definitely an oversight of the mind and not of the heart. How did it not get transferred? Hold on. And we want to also salute John Dewey and Ruth Beard, Sister Amatu. Thank you for letting me know, sister. I'm confused here. Hold on. How did that happen? John Dewey and Ruth Beard. All right, got them back on the list. But it was never off. I'm just reading from a different list. So, man, all right, so now we got all of our ancestors in. Family, y'all have a great, positive, and I toast, like once again, let's finish that toast. I toast the most beautiful, most powerful things in the room right now, positive person in the room right now, and that's you. I lift up my glass and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I wish you peace, power, joy,